In this video, we'll be taking a look at the PA scissors from Strong Close and how to use it against all different types of coverages. This is probably the best passing play out of this formation because it has that skinny post. And skinny post from compression really put a lot of pressure on zones. And I'm going to show you in this video how we can bomb some coverages deep. I'm going to come out in PA scissors, and the first coverage we're going to look at is cover 3. We have a one-play touchdown against cover 3. I'm going to go ahead and drop. Well, I won't really drop back. We'll just keep it in the middle of the field. All right. Now, remember, we have our slot apprentice on the left side of the field. If you don't, I'll show you a way to still get this to work, but I like to put the corner out over here. I like to let the play action run through to hold the user just a little bit, and boom. Over the top, you got to wait for that corner to kind of reset himself on that corner route on the left side. I'll quickly go ahead and show you what I'm talking about. He kind of hesitates between two routes. So you'll see him, he's watching the corner. He drops back to the post, but then he goes back to the corner. He's kind of in between in no man's land. That's when you want to throw that, okay? It helps to have Gunslinger because you can put it in a better position. It also helps if you do the lob pass, or not the lob, excuse me, the touch pass. There's a difference between touch pass and lob pass, okay? Lob pass is when you just tap the button. The touch pass is when you tap, hold, and then release the button, not bullet pass. So this is what... Ooh, he got over there. I didn't wait long enough. That is what a touch pass looks like. Go ahead and go down. The other way you can do this, if you don't have that slot apprentice, or I think this is actually a little bit more consistent, if you motion this guy out and put him in a comeback route. Now the corner really is in conflict. So what he can do, he has to guard that deep comeback route, and that post is open for a deep bomb. So if you see a one high safety and you know it's zone coverage, just know that you have that deep bomb available to you. Now, from here, we can do all kinds of different things if we're not really looking to bomb deep, which I recommend that you don't always look for that deep bomb because you're going to end up taking sacks just because people are going to have better pass rushers and you have blockers at times, or you might get a throw out a sack. It's not something that you always want to go to. So let's check out the other route combinations we can use against zone, especially against cover 3. So if we have our slot apprentice on the right side, I actually really like to put him on a post and then motion snap our skinny post on the other side. Creates a nice flood concept on the right side of the field. You can create, if you know that they're not in hard flats, you can create that screen look. Dump it off, and then your fullback will block for you. You can also, with that same type of route combination, put your halfback on a Texas route. Now, it depends on which side, which hash you're on. If, say, I was on, I believe if I'm on the right hash, he goes to the left. Yeah, he'll go to the left. But either way, it's going to attack that short middle area that they typically will vacate with their user to go cover either the corner route or the post on our left side. And then you have this. You can even, if you want to look for that one play touchdown, but you also want to be able to attack both sides of the field with that sort of bench concept where you have a corner and a flat on the same side, you can do this. As long as you're closer to the right hash than you are the left hash, you can put the halfback on a table route to the left. You can even use your ghost route, which is a really good route too. Now we have a bench concept on either side with the post over the middle. And you can still throw this post right here, especially if they vacate the middle of the field pretty heavily. You just want to pass lead that down away from the safety. Alright, so you can also do mesh, like I mentioned before in the other video, that there is no reason to actually call the play mesh, because this is mesh. You just put two drags on the field. You can take away the play action. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can utilize motion with the halfback. Obviously, you give away that, hey, I'm 100% passing here because there is no fullback dive from Strong Close. Now you have a nice flood concept on the right side of the field. Multiple drags, corner route, deep route. which is nice. I mean, you can do a lot of different things here. We have all the routes available to us that we need to attack different coverages. Let's go ahead and take a look at cover 2. And I'm not going to go look at cover 4 simply because all of the cover 3 route concepts that I just showed, with the exception of the one play touchdown, all work against cover 4 as well. Cover 2 is a little bit different of a story. We can bomb cover 2 deep in multiple ways from this play. So Tampa 2 has the safety splitting wide to the sidelines, has the mid read in the middle of the field. If you just keep this play as is and you try to throw this post, this linebacker will get over there and you're going to be in a world of trouble because a lot of your routes are going to get covered, especially if you try to throw this route. The safeties will clamp down on it too. So what I recommend you do is motion this receiver out. Now that mid read will go to X. And you got to throw that a little bit earlier. I threw that way late. But you can see if I go into the replay that there is that hole in the zone to throw this skinny. And it's right there. Okay, I threw it way late. But that's where you throw the skinny against this hole in the zone. Now, another route concept you can use, say we like our corner route over here, we like our little bench concept on either side, maybe we don't even know it's cover 2. This is actually even better because now, as long as that linebacker is slower than our receiver, we can put that ball over the top. If they put him in a deep third and it's a fast guy like the juiced up Sam Mills, you're going to have an issue getting that over the top. But it is there against slower linebackers. Let's see, what else? Oh, yes, motion. If you streak this X receiver and you motion this B receiver over, and now what we have is essentially a really deep corner route on this left side. You can go to the play action, boom. Really bad throw by Tom, but there's that hole there in the zone. So cover 2 really it has issues guarding guarding all these routes. You can even do something like this to where you have that deep dig route. The mid read vacates the middle of the field to go to the post, and that deep dig route will get open. You can put a deep crosser from this side of the field and do something like this. This is a lot of stuff in the middle of the field, so I recommend maybe going ghost route over there. Little motion snap. Yeah, you've got post, you've got deep crosser, you've got the corner route eventually. There's a lot of different, you can go really tricky against cover 2, but cover 2 will absolutely get destroyed against this offense because we have the Y trail, we have the PA scissors, and those 2 plays will allow you to bomb cover 2 deep. So it doesn't really stand a chance. Man coverage. This is also a good play against man coverage, especially if you have a really fast guy with good deep route running on the far right receiver for that skinny. Let's go into cover 2 man. We're going to put our safeties in purples, which is what everybody does in this game to take away the corner routes. I like to put my X receiver on that post, and I don't always like keeping an extra guy in the backfield against man because they'll blitz and they end up getting weird blitz angles, and sometimes they'll get in the backfield and put you under pressure. So I'll just send him out on a route, whatever route. These 2 flat routes aren't going to get open anyways, unless the person that's using them just isn't guarding them. And then you can motion snap this skinny. Now, keep in mind, this is Stephon Gilmore against Godwin, so that's a losing matchup. But if you have a guy like a Terry McLaurin, or maybe you have deep in elite on a receiver, you can take shots with this play if they take the safeties away and put them in purples. In years past, you could motion this over to have it as a deep corner out, but they just don't get the separation that they used to. So I really wouldn't recommend that. Now, the other little tricky thing you can do against man coverage is you can try to get a more advantageous matchup for your receivers by motioning out the halfback. So now you can see that the outside linebacker is matched up on Godwin on deep post, and that's exactly what we want. That halfback route is essentially just a decoy. And there's just no way that a linebacker is going to keep up with your fastest receiver with no safety help. So that's another little trick you can do. You can do it to the opposite side of the field as well, and this works for any passing play, not just PA scissors. Say I want to do a post over on the X side, and I'm going to motion my my halfback out over there. Now what we have is the corner is still on the receiver, but the linebacker is on the halfback, and guess what? He is way far off the ball, or off his receiver. So now this is why. So left side, your halfback will get it more open. Right side, your receiver will get it more open. And if you have the backfield master, you can put him on a Texas route. And if it's like a Reggie Bush, guy with decent route running, it's really, really good against the linebacker matchup in space. So you can try to take advantage of that as well. Speed matchups, if you have a really fast halfback like Raheem Mostert, and you put him out there on a fade against the linebacker with no safety help, it's going to be, even if they press him, it's still going to be difficult for them to cover. So guys, that's PA scissors. A lot of different route combinations for you guys to digest against different coverages. Just make sure that you check out each of these different ones in practice mode, see what you like, see what you don't like, commit them to memory, and take this online with full knowledge of what you have available to you instead of just looking at one or two setups, because good players, I promise you, will take away those one or two good setups. You have to be able to adapt. And that's just the name of the game. All right, that's it for this video. Make sure you check out, we have a couple more passing plays that I want to look at, and then we're going to move on to a different formation.